So now that you've threaded the top part of your machine, we're going to focus on the second part of threading your machine, which is the bottom and the bobbin. Now, if you have a look at my machine here, you'll notice that I have the light on. Now, your light should be off. However, I'm going to keep my light on just so you can see better. You should always make sure that the machine is turned off while you're threading it. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure we have our bobbin handy. We're going to put our finger on the bobbin release the case cover, and you'll notice actually that on the bobbin case cover there are instructions for how to thread your bobbin. If you have a look here, it shows you where the thread is supposed to go. It's supposed to come down this way, hook into the first groove there, and then loop around the second one and towards the back. You'll also notice that it makes the letter P just right there. You want to make sure that your thread does the same thing. So I'm going to put the case cover down. I'm going to grab my bobbin. Now you want to make sure that the P is made with the longer part of the thread that turns. Don't use the short part of the thread that you just cut when you were winding your bobbin. So don't make sure it's not this way, it's not a D. Make sure that it's a P like this. Once you've done that, you're going to take your bobbin and you're just going to drop it right here into the bobbin case. Now you'll notice when you look at the bobbin case, you'll see the silver thing here, and that resembles the two grooves that I showed you on here. So this white part along here is the metal thing over here. So there's one groove here, one groove here. The grooves are here and here. So I'm going to take the thread and I'm going to wrap it around this first groove just like that, putting it towards the back around the second groove and looping it back on the machine just like that. Then what I'm going to do is I'm not going to touch the bobbin thread anymore. I'm actually going to grab the thread from the top of my machine. So I grab the thread like this and I take a hold of it. I'm not going to let go. With my other hand, I'm going to put the hand on the hand wheel and I'm going to turn the hand wheel towards me until I don't see the take-up lever anymore. So the take-up lever disappears. And I'm going to turn and turn and turn until I see the take-up lever again. Oh, there it is. And then I'm going to focus back down on my needle and presser foot area. So you'll notice that the thread has begun to loop around the thread that I'm holding. Now this thread here is the bobbin thread from below. So what I want to do is I want to gently pull on it, pull on that loop, and you'll notice the thread from the bobbin comes right off the hole in the bottom of the machine. And that's the last step to threading your machine. Once you're done that, you're going to take your bobbin case cover and snap it back on top. Then you're going to turn your machine on and you're ready to sew. One last thing is you always want to make sure that your top thread and your bottom bobbin thread are the same color.